Hi, I'm Bill Holcomb, and today I will be guiding you through a step-by-step tutorial on how to paint streetlights in watercolor. You can paint along with me by downloading my sketch for free from the link in the description below. There you will also find a complete list of materials used in this video. So I start with a clear wash of water at the top, avoiding the lightest part of the lights. The top of the lights won't matter because that'll be dark, the cappings. And I'm using something like a 10 or 12 rounded brush for this part of the painting. So just carry on with that. Make sure you cover all of the painting apart from those lights at the top. Coming right down to the water edge. Then a wash of Windsor yellow coming in on top of that water wash. So it's very wet in wet right now that's taking place. And then I've got a wash of alizarin crimson with a little yellow. And that's coming down to the water edge as well. Just where those buildings meet the water edge. And that is San Giorgio Island, Isola di San Giorgio, in the background that we'll be painting in later. Mop up the edges as usual so you don't get creep back. And you can also use a dry brush to mop up some of that excess fluid. And then you come in still using your number 10 or 12 brush rounded with your darker washes. So you can have Windsor blue with a little of the alizarin crimson. And as usual, start with a lighter version first of all, and then go into your darker version as I'm doing now. And I'm just working my way up to near the lights, but leaving as much of that as possible so that we will be showing a glow from those lights. Then I've got a flat brush for a little bit more control of the clouds that are thinner, more towards the horizon level. And you can use this flat brush for such parts of the painting to exercise much more control. Being smaller and flat enables that control to take place. Now remember that dries quite light, as you can see now, and now we're speeding up the video because we're basically just blocking in the distant San Giorgio Island and the distinctive shapes of the buildings on that island. Coming down to the water's edge and just fusing that all together. You can use a number 4 brush for fine detail at the top of buildings, the spire, etc. You could use a number 2. And then your choice of a small brush for the cappings on the lights. And this dark color, you could use a mixture of your Windsor blue and the alizarin crimson with a lot of blue to make it dark. Or if you wish, you could use some other 2 colors, French Ultra and Light Red, make a very good dark. I don't use black from the tube, as you will have heard me say in other tutorials. So these cappings, as careful as you can, just block those in, and they will show a nice contrast um, between the light and dark of these lamps. So speeding up the process because it's just repetitious. And then some of the stems in the lights and some of the ironwork scrolled and so forth, and the main lamp area. So then you drop in some of Windsor yellow at the top and bottom of the lights, and then you can put some just clear water on your brush and fuse that in. Makes it more realistic. Then on the pavement area below the lamp, we're laying in a wash of Windsor yellow, and that will help us with respect to reflection of light being cast on the pavement area. So you start with your yellow, mop up, and then you'll come in with your darker wash, starting at the bottom and working up a little, purposefully leaving certain parts of that yellow wash. You can choose whether to use your rounded brush on this occasion or to use a flat brush, whichever you feel most comfortable with. Just work your way in from left and right so that you're leaving as much light at the base of the street lamp as possible. And then a little bit of shadow area here and there using a flat brush, like so. Then we're going to put some little ripples on the water of the canal, or the lagoon leading up to the canal. And once we've done that, we will then show the edging of the pavement as it reaches up to the water area, canal area, or lagoon area. Please remember to like and subscribe, because if you do so, you'll be notified of future videos. I hope this has been useful. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.